Hi, Al here with more Empyrion Galactic Survival. And I just want to say happy Wednesday, everybody. Today we are going to be moving into the CV full time, and we're going to start heading out to the other planets. So what we're going to be doing today is I've already started moving all of my resources over. As you can see, I'm leaving some stuff here, just a little bit of some very basic stuff. What this will allow me to do is, because I still have a lot of resources left on the planet, I really don't need to take everything with me. But I'm taking pretty much everything that I have. I've even cleared out some of the things like the ammo and stuff in here. We're leaving everything powered. I'm going to leave the entire base running. We've gathered most of like I said, most of the important stuff we're taking with. I'm just leaving enough of a supply system here, so in case I do need to come back to the planet for something, everything is up and running for us. Let's see here. Go ahead and grab the last of the water. I'm going to leave that power here. Let's go ahead and... yeah. Go ahead and throw some power in there, so that way if when I do come back, because I will have to come back to get more O2 and water, so... And the funny thing is I haven't actually built a hydrogen generator. Oh well. So one of the things that I did before we leave the base for the final time, I went ahead and changed the base up a little bit. As you can see, I put in some curved slopes here, basically just to open it up a little bit more. It's an interesting detail anyway, yeah. So I don't know if anybody noticed it when I was walking around or not. Alright, so one of the things that I did do is I did bring the CV down to planet side, and I will show you why I didn't want to do this when we get into orbit, but I also did change the landing strip area, or the landing pad. I made it much longer, and then recessed the surface here a little bit in line with the hull itself. I still have not added weapons to this thing, but I have an idea on how I'm going to do so. Now the catch is I don't know for the bottom. I'm thinking I do want a turret down there, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Because granted, we shouldn't be doing many planetary landings with this thing, but in the case that I do have to do one, I would really rather it not basically destroy the gun every time it lands. So just to give you an idea what I'm thinking as far as arming this thing is going to be, I'm thinking right here on the that front third, I'll put a cannon on both sides, and then we'll have one on top of the hangar area as well, and that'll give us coverage on most sides. And then I'm thinking I am going to put one on the bottom somewhere, maybe even on the bottom of the thruster pod here, and put one on either side. That way, even if I land, it's still outside of the collision for the base and everything. But let's see. And then I am going to eventually mount some in-place weapons for the pilot as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's get over onto the ship. If we come back, or the next time we come back, I'll actually end up building a gantry going from the base over to here. We do have the doorway there, so what I'm thinking is we'll just run a walkway from about there over through here. You know, we'll raise the supports up a little bit so that it comes as flush as possible, and we'll have it hopefully come out to about a block away from here, so that when you're here all you have to do is jump over. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this. Our SV is stowed and locked. What do we got on us? We have stuff for our garden area. We do have crops planted already. Wow, they're already growing. Nice. Let's throw that in there. Everything else is for downstairs. So what we did is we went ahead and did 2 sets of 3 of the pumpkins and durians on both sides. We have coffee on this side, aloe, and 3 more aloe over here. And then we have a 3 cluster of corn and what is that? Wheat. On this side we did 9 tomatoes and then obviously the aloe. The reason I did 9 instead of just groups of instead of the 2 groups of 3 with the tomatoes is that tomatoes are pretty much your staple for the canned goods. We have actually transferred most of our food over, and I'm going to fill the rest of this with canned goods. So what we're going to do is the SV will be modified to have a second refrigerator. It only has 1 currently. That way when we go hunting, we'll be able to bring back meat for the ship. Alright, so I think that is it. We're going to leave the emergency crafting station. And yeah, that I think is going to do it for this one. Alright, so onward and upwards, right? Alright, so actually, before I go too far, let me show you something here really quick. Do I have power? Okay. Alright, so this is the first fuel tank that's going to drain when we take off. As you can see, we're at pretty much full power all the way around, right? I just finished filling these up not that long ago. So as you can see, we've got about 18 hours worth of power right now. We're using 1% while we're just sitting here idling because I've turned off the thrusters. Now, what we're going to be doing is heading upstairs, turning on the thrusters, and watch how fast my power dies. All right, I need to put some light in here. Let's see, I wonder where we can put... I guess I could do lights. I won't be able to do a light there. I'd have to put it here. Maybe put one here? Oh well. We'll figure it out later. Alright, so let's go external. And we are cleared for go. Alright, let's bring up our groupings. It would be really nice if you could collapse these. Okay, so we're at 1756, right? Set that to active. We just lost 3 hours of time. We just lost 15 hours of time. This is why you don't bring CVs into atmosphere unless you have absolutely no other choice. This is a once scenario for this ship. Like I said, basically I only brought her into atmosphere so we could transfer the supplies over to the ship a little bit faster and a little bit easier. Once we're in orbit, I'm gonna have to go resupply all of my power, but so just breaking atmosphere already tripled the amount of time, or yeah, tripled the amount of time we had left. Oh, so much fun. So we've gone from an 89% consumption to 25% consumption. Alright, so where is our space station? Never quite sure where it's going to be when you break atmo. Oh, it's on the other side of the planet, of course. Now the only reason I want to head over to the space station is simply because of the fact that we've got a bunch of supplies over there, so I would really rather go grab those. And we are going to skirt the edge of this planet. Of course, I am in 0G, so I'm thinking when we hit the station, we'll jump out. We'll throw some power into the fuel tanks and start heading out. The first planet I'm planning on visiting is going to be Ninguez because I want to go ahead and drop the forward base there. One of the reasons for this is because I can craft the oxygen and water generators and leave them on that planet as well. That gives me 2 planets that I have that I can fall back to, and Ninguez doesn't have a whole lot of hostiles on it. It's just the scorpions currently, I believe. But we also can get milk from the the gentle giants on the planet. Alright, so let's get ourselves over to the station. See, we're in atmosphere again. Alright. Now, are we coming in the right... No, I think we're coming in inverted in relation to the station. Yep, we were inverted. Okay. So we're going to go past the station a little bit because we actually want to be in 0G. And we are now in 0G. Okay. And that's why we want to be in 0G. Okay. So, since we are in a parking orbit, how much power do we have left here? Hey, look, we still have a lot of power. Interesting. Yeah, when I did this earlier, what it did was it actually had drained everything down to this one, I believe. Let's make sure everyone's still... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go grab a little bit of power. We're going to throw you in there. There we go. My poor wife is in a coughing fit there. Oh, wrong way. Throw that in there just to have it. Alright. So we have 23 hours on board right now. Okay, so we are close enough to the station that I can just EVA over. See? Nice and simple. Yeah. Oh. Now, we have a bunch of supplies that we're going to grab off of here. Actually, let's leave the raw stuff. We'll take the plates, we'll take all the components. And we're going to take the ores. Anything else down here? No. Okay. That's going to be... Yeah, okay. Alright. What do we have for ammo here? That's good. We're going to take that flak ammo. Oh, before I forget. Nothing in there, right? There. Because this is an advanced constructor, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing apart. And we're going to take it back to the ship with us. All right. Rocket launcher. Okay. We'll probably take some of those cargo boxes apart as well, but... it's okay. How much oxygen do we have up here? Okay, we have 3,800 units. That's good. Means I don't have to refill it anytime soon. Alright. We have our own gravity over here, so good to go. This is all crafting stuff. Okay. Alright. So, what I am going to do is drop all of this stuff in here. Actually, not you. Yeah, grab all of you out of there. Grab you out. But we are going to put pretty much everything else in here, because what I want to do is make an advanced crafter. Since we can. Alright. So we're going to put ammo in this one. Power goes upstairs. This is going to be the rest of the supplies. So now we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of inventory stuff. Just going to move some things around because we're going to, once that advanced crafter is done, we're going to start manufacturing weapons for the ship. There. Actually, you know what? Let's grab all of this and we'll split it up evenly. Alright, so... There we go. Sorry for the inventory control. Just want to make sure we've got everything going. And one of the reasons why I'm splitting things between the two is that way if we take damage and we lose one of them, we don't lose everything. I'm a little paranoid about that kind of stuff going on, so... Alright, so silicon, iron, right? You are finished goods. Make sure that everything is out. Alright, so now we can place our advanced crafter. Hey, advanced crafter. Okay. Alright. Move all this stuff over. That should be all of it. So now that we have everything in place, what we want... See, I would really like to use some of the bigger weapons. Yeah, I think we're going to. What's the range on that? 1,000 meters? Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. We also need to make... I'm going to do 2 small ammo boxes. And then we want... What's the range on that? 1 of those. And I don't know, do we want any of those? Sure. We'll do 2 of those as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut while we're waiting for all of this stuff to finish, and we will be right back. Hey y'all, and we're back. So, let me go ahead and just top off my oxygen. And we are as stocked and supplied as we're going to get. Let's check to see how much power we have. Got 22 hours left. So now, what we're going to do, hit our system chart. Alright. Zoom this out just a little bit. Oh, so nice. Yeah. And Need to get out of the gravity well. Now, you don't actually have to be out of the gravity well to go to warp, but I prefer to do it just, you know, because it just seems to make sense. And I have a feeling at some point they're actually going to set it so you can't go to warp when you're in a gravity well. Because what you can do is, if you've already got your jump point locked, if you get into a fight that you can't handle, you just jump out. There's no real penalty for doing so. And the other vessels obviously can't follow you. So what we have done is we put a dual-purpose cannon on the top, so that if we do need to make a landing on planet side, we have a weapon that will defend the ship. For the space combat, we have the artillery piece, so we tend to blow stuff up. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the jump. Gesundheit. Oh, everybody wants to be internet famous tonight. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit this jump. Alright, so we want to make sure there are no vessels, no hostile vessels in the immediate area. Not seeing anybody. This is good. Alright. But as you can see, we do have a bunch of hostiles in this orbit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and we're going to clear these guys out. Make sure we have... excuse me. Make sure we're fully stocked here. Yes, we are. Awesome. Come on. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead, head out, and go find us some trouble. Well, let's start with the one that is the most likely to be close to us. There's our capital vessel. We've got a space drone over here. And the idea is I don't want to be engaging things with the capital ship. It's just, it tends to be a bad idea. The turrets are not very responsive on auto fire, and when we're in single player like this, it makes it really difficult. Ooh, that was interesting flyby. Come on. One down. So let's find the next one, because we don't want these guys anywhere near our capital vessel. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish clearing out this orbit, and then we will head down to Ninguez, but I do want to clear this first. Alright, so let's see, should be a little bit below us, I believe. I can never tell if that thing is saying it's below us or above us. So according to this, it should be, I'm guessing below us, yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and reload. Another one down. And now what we'll do is we'll just swing around the planet, rinse and repeat. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here, because I'm going to be doing the same thing again and again until this orbit's clear. So when we come back next time, we'll actually be setting down on Ninguez, setting up our forward base. What we'll do is we'll scout the planet, see if we can find the drone base, and then we'll drop our forward base somewhere nearby. So if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't done so already, I do ask that you subscribe. Not only does it help the channel to grow, but it keeps you informed with what's going on around here. If you have any questions or comments, you know the routine. Throw it in the section below the video, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If I don't make it, I apologize in advance. It means I just ran out of time. And I am out of time, so I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you back here tomorrow for Ark, or on Friday for more Empyrion and 7 Days to Die. Until then, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Ooh, space drone. Come get some.